What's up guys, this is DyVRsion. In this video I'm going to be covering the game Apex Construct on the Oculus Quest. Now this game of course has been out for other headsets like the HTC Vive, the Rift, PlayStation, as well as mixed reality. But in this video I'm going to be covering it strictly on the Quest. And I'm going to be able to tell you guys whether or not this might be a game you will want to get for yourselves, how well it ported over, and whether or not it is something you should pick up now on the Oculus Store. But first off, I want to let you guys know that I did receive a free copy of this game. However, this will not affect my review, and these opinions, of course, are my own. So enjoy this review. Alright, so Apex Construct is an exploration game where you are the last human left alive and you are placed in a world where robot spiders and dog creatures are seeking to kill you, and the only way to defend yourself is by actually a bow and arrow. This game is not heavy on enemy robots that are looking to take you out, but it does focus on being more isolating, putting yourself to be more alone, trying to figure out what exactly happened in the world you are in and why you are there. The storyline is well thought out and a great game for someone who is actually looking to take their time and solve clues rather than being more of a heavy shooter game. Take the time and search around for clues and access cards to get you through levels as well as through doors to progress throughout the game. There will be times when you are stuck in a loop trying to figure out if a hidden passcode is needed to get through the door, or for the most part there are challenges that will keep you guessing. They're not too difficult, just enough to make it fun but not impossible. I have played Apex Construct on the HTC Vive previously, and in that version you are actually required to type out all the commands on the computer in the game. So at first this can be kind of cool, but the fact that you can only use your index fingers on the Vive wands and hunt and peck, you kind of feel like an 80-year-old grandpa trying to type a keyboard for the first time. And I found that to be kind of tedious and annoying after some time. Thankfully the Quest has decided to move away from the individual letter keys on the keyboard and added word key functionality on top of the keyboard, offering you the time to be able to quickly get through and progress without having to deal with the fat fingering of mistyping keys throughout the game. So Fast Travel Games did a great job to make me feel alone in this game. I find myself being on high alert quite often because I never knew when an enemy was going to pop up or try to attack me. There were many times when I would find myself actually working on one of these computers, putting in the keys, trying to figure out, reading the intel I needed. But in the middle of reading this, I would hear a small sound behind me, forcing the hairs to actually go up on end on my arm while I cautiously looked behind me, slowly trying to figure out whether I was going to be attacked. And these small details like that really made this game fun, and I really enjoyed the fact that I actually felt quite tense in these situations when I'm trying to read, never knowing whether I'm going to be attacked from the back. One of the reasons why these scenes are so good is because of the audio, and I found the audio in this game to be top notch. The small sounds that make you think that something's behind you and the voiceover work on it, I thought it was pretty good. One of the characters in this game, his name is Father. He's the main guy speaking to you with his voice, and I thought the guy who used that voice, he sounded more like a Batman, but I thought he did a good job, and for the most part, I wouldn't say, these are Oscar-worthy audio, but I did think that for this game it was a pretty good quality and not cheesy. Another great thing that they do in this game is they add cinematic music at any time when you're in close proximity to a robot. It is actually kind of exciting for the fact that you are progressing through the game, walking around trying to find what you need to find to be able to get through the game, and all of a sudden this tense music will start up, and that moment you start to get, at least for me, I start to get pretty tense trying to figure out where the heck this enemy is at. So it is exciting because you don't know where they are, and it puts you on that high alert, like I said, to avoid being attacked. This is especially true for the robot dogs that they had on this game, and these robot dogs are not like the robot spiders, which are slow and gives you time to attack. These robot dogs will start to sprint at you. Because they sprint at you, there's many times when I'd pretty much freak out, like just a half a second, split second to be able to react and be able to take them out with your bow and arrow. So there'd be many times where I'd die first and I'd have to start over again, but the fact that it's like real life where you actually need to respond in a timely manner really made this game a lot more fun for me. The archery combat in the game is fun and exciting. The spider robots shoot energy balls at you, requiring you to throw up a protective shield converted from your bow. So this is actually pretty fun. I thought that they did a great job at adding this mechanic to be able to use the shield. It increases the difficulty because There are spiders that will throw energy balls at you, but they also have energy shields around them as well, requiring you to switch from the limited arrow supplies that you have to the energy charge arrows that you have in order to break the shield before you can actually attack them with your other arrows. It gives you the opportunity to take down the enemy with your unlimited arrows. So the shield and the arrow and the concept and the game mechanic of that is really fun. The one issue I did have is the arrow mechanic when you're doing hot swapping. Like I said, there are these spider robots that have the shields around them requiring you to break the shield, and the only way to do that is to use your electric arrows, which are limited unlike your other arrows which are unlimited. So the problem is you are unable to switch arrow types while you're holding up the shield. This forces you to change while the shield is down and your body is exposed. This amount of time that you have is very limited with the constant energy balls being hurled at you, and because of this there would be often times where I end up dying because I would run out of arrows and I wouldn't be able to switch quickly enough in order to use the other arrow. However, other than that, that is the only complaint I have with the mechanics of the arrows, because other than that I thought they did a great job and it was very fluid and the arrows aimed very well, and I thought the tracking was spot on. So in addition to the bow and arrow that you're equipped with, you actually have a robot hand that acts as your intel and inventory storage device. You can use this to check your current health as well as save energy drinks that you need in order to improve your health. These energy drinks can be found at vending machines throughout the game, and you can take those energy drinks at the time of the vending machine to restore your health, and you can also throw them into your inventory on your arm to save for later. You can also place access cards, grenades, as well as other objects and collectibles in your 6 inventory slots on your arm. The graphics in this game is very good. The immersion factor in this game is very much there. I found myself marveling at especially the first scene when you're thrown into and you're peering off the cliff looking towards the town, which the immersion factor of this game and the graphics and detail and textures was really good, and the scale and size, I'd say more on the size of medium, not huge. For the most part, I really thought they did a great job with the design and level of this game. The only issue I had with the graphics is more probably on the Quest itself, is when I'd run into some jitters. This is when the screen and the vision shakes and jitters really fast for a split second. However, this can be understandable because of the visual demanding factor of this game. This doesn't happen very often. I could only put it on one hand that it happened while I was playing this game, but when it does happen, it can cause some issues and a slight nauseating feeling. So the last thing they do offer is a wide range of comfort options and settings. I'm glad that they do this within games. I think Apex Construct did a great job with this. I mean, mainly for the fact that this is also on other VR units as well as PlayStation, things like that, where you can't turn around all the way. So they offer teleportation and free locomotion, as well as an adjustable field of view in case you want free locomotion, but you still have a little issue with motion sickness, but still want that free locomotion feel. So you can decrease your field of view when you're turning or moving throughout the game to help alleviate that issue. So in all, I highly recommend this game. I found it very fun. I thought it was very polished, visually stunning, and it provides about 5 hours of gameplay, and you can get this on the Oculus Store for $19.99. So there you have it. That is my review on the Apex Construct game on Oculus Quest. Let me know in the comments below whether this is a game you're looking to pick up or any other comments you might have. But with that, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I look forward to seeing you guys on my next review.